Ciao FMers, it's me, FM Cheater. You can call me Matt, and welcome back to a new series on the channel, Football Manager Fiction. Football Manager Fiction, you say? It's all fiction, none of it's real. This is going to be a sort of weekly video accompanied by, some fiction, some fan fiction perhaps. In my other life, I write in the area of independent fiction and I used to write for film and theatre as well and radio. And I wanted to sort of bring the two together. You may be aware about the Blackburn, the save proper that's going on there. This is, as I said, going to be a weekly save with a weekly accompanying chapter. So I will do the save and show the results, and that'll be released with the chapter, dealing the sort of behind the scenes stuff. So these videos generally will be pretty light. I'm hoping to keep them to, max 10 minutes. Between 5 and 10 minutes would be great, just to sort of pinpoint a couple of things that happened that week. It might be an injury, it might be a particular match, it's whatever, it might be something in the back room, and the accompanying chapter will go into depth behind what that's about, what's happening with that player, and then so there'll be a bit of a story going along featuring the manager and in the manager's life as well. So that's it. I hope you will join me and come along on this save. Here we are at Bologna. This piece of Football Manager Fiction is the Rossoblu Rivoluzione. So Bologna in Emilia-Reggiano, if anyone knows Italy at all. Italy is, and I'm not Italian, I'm actually from, as the intro will tell you, I'm from the Basque country, but my partner's Italian, and I'm familiar with Italy. Emilia-Reggiano is what's generally considered the red heart of Italy, and I mean in a sort of political sense. It's the sort of left of centre, and Bologna really encapsulate that. Bologna, Modena, clubs like that. Modena, great club. Why I chose Bologna was I wanted a sort of top tier save with potential, but also with a lot of, a lot of work still to be done. Excuse me while I'm just a bit sexual. Anyway, yeah, and that's it. So Sinisa, who anyone knows in real life, Sinisa battled some health issues. So Sinisa's decided to step away, and in consultation with the board, he's recommended me, and I've accepted the role here for the next 2 years and hopefully beyond. What's the aim? Oh, everything. Win it all, grow the club, etc., etc. And we've got some really, from a structural point of view, it's very interesting, and from a player point of view, it's also very interesting. Let's have a quick look at the club. Bologna play at the Renato Dall'Ara Stadium, a 35,000 seater stadium built in the early 20th century, and we show Centro Tecnico Nicolo Galli. Excellent training facilities, great youth facilities, good youth recruitment. So very solid there, things to do. We won stuff. So Bologna were a big club in the early half of the 20th century through the 30s and early 40s. But that's kind of it. The last thing they won was in fact the cup. Yeah, 74 was the cup. Must have won Serie B before that. Yeah, 96. Okay, so 96 won Serie B. But we've been down to Serie B since 96. I'm almost certain. So we must have come up elsewhere. Last season we finished 12th. The media says we're going to finish 13th. That might change because I'm here. Riccardo Bigon is the director of football. Miroslav Tanja is the assistant manager. No idea what either Riccardo or Miroslav are like. If we want to move them on, we will. Here's the first team squad. So 4-2-3-1. So I'm colourblind. Red on blue, nightmare for me. Anyway, I'm not going to waste too much time around here because, like I said, can't read it. Let's see what the board want from us. So Claudio Fanucci is suggesting from a competition point of view, mid-table. Yeah, sure. First round of the Coppa and work towards becoming self-sustainable. Buy the current stadium, and that's part of becoming self-sustainable, I guess. Increase commercial revenue. Okay. So certain signings and then play entertaining football. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a meeting with the board, and they're going to discuss their issues, and I'm going to say to them, listen, I love entertaining football, but let's not hold ourselves, let's not restrict ourselves to anything. Hey, so let's meet with Claudio now and see if we can remove entertaining football. So those of you who Joey Sapuro, Those of you who have been following the Blackburn save will know that this is very similar to the opening episode of that. And it will be quite similar. It'll be going forward where it'll change. We'll probably just watch highlights, for instance. We won't watch a full match. And we'll really talk about what's going on as opposed to it being a sort of, here's an in-game save, here's a live com save, the game, things like that, because the fiction is the focus here. So we're with Joey, and we want to tell Joey that we want to remove entertaining football and develop players for the youth system. Of course, I do want to develop players for the youth system. Joey, I think it's important. I think it's important that you allow us to play the kind of football we want. Joey's a smart guy. He's in business. He knows, hey, you know what? If you say so, let's do it. Terrific. Now, where we finish in the table, there's really no negotiating about it. It's mid-table, either first round or quarter finals of the Copa. Not a lot of money here, 8.2 million. And by the look of it, not much... not much to spend. If we reach the quarterfinal, well, let's keep expectations to a minimum. I mean, if we can go above that, terrific. But I'm happy with that idea and the funds involved in that. Yeah, all right. So let's have a look at the squad. So here's the squad by potential. A couple of British players in there. So Aaron Hickey, the Scots. I think he's a left back. Yep. Yeah. What's he like at right back? He's okay. Sure. But he is natural at left back. Not great with the positioning, but we can train him. He's a breakthrough prospect. Lots of potential. Terrific. Nice to have some English players here. Here it is Takahiro Tomoyasu, who is already wanted by a couple of big clubs. Tries to play and runs with ball often. Yeah, all right. So that does kind of feel like a wing back. All right, well, we'll come back to that. Now, I've left Lewis Binks in here, the Englishman, the 18-year-old. I just wanted to show you this chap because he's pretty damn good. He's 18, much like Hickey. And, we hope he has an amazing time in Montreal, gets a lot of game time. What I like about having English players here is it might allow us to bring in some other British players who are, reasonably affordable. There's a couple that come to mind. Scott Olsen, he was a wonder kid last season. He's out for most of pre-season. He's not bad. I mean, he's 20. Is he considered a wonder kid? He's considered a winger. He's an inverted winger. I mean, he's 20, very nice, great. And here's Orsolini. Who's Orsolini wanted? Yeah, by a lot of him. He's 23. He's still got some potential, and he's quite good, of course. The question will be how we keep him. What's interesting, and I know this because, of course, I know the club, is we've got Scott Olsen and Vignato down here, the 19-year-old. Now he cuts inside from both wings. Yeah, probably naturally plays on the left with that foot, but we could also play him as inverted winger here. I'm just worried about he would cut in and then sort of cross with his right foot, I guess. I mean, his left foot isn't terrible, but again, 19, great player. So if we can flog Orsolini for 25 mil, maybe that's not the worst idea, even though Scott Olsen is injured right now. Charlton, 23, the Dutchman, box to box. Kind of, yeah, not bad. 23, still room to grow, Jody. Nicolas Dominguez is, yep, he's also one of advanced playmaker, you say. Moves into channels, kill balls often, runs with ball often. He's pretty flary. I guess that is exactly who he is, really. Svanberg, here we go. Maybe, is this another box to box? Mazzala, you say. Again, 21. Nice. Mid-table. That says mid-table in Serie A to me. But, box to box there from Matthias. Musa Barrow, inverted wing or inside forward. I mean, he does look like an inside forward. This is a guy who needs to score. He's fairly outstanding. He's coming in, isn't he? He's joining us for 13 mil. Well, that money's been spent. Looks like a great buy. Oh, Antov, the 19-year-old no-nonsense defender or halfback. Yeah, quite good. Option to buy, Antov. 3 mil. That's not bad. 19, very good, flexible, always good to have a utility player. And then it ages up. Gary Medell is here. That's great. We love someone who gets sent off a lot. He's out for a few months though. All right, so positionally, we've got lots of keepers. From memory, they're all pretty average, I think. Skorupski is the first team. He's actually not bad. So Danilo Somauro on loan. Oh, he's solid. Samana on loan from Lille with a $2 million option. So there's two centre-backs. Antov, I guess, could be a third centre-back. Right-backs, so Mbai is listed, and then De Silvestri, the 32-year-old, yeah. Tomiyasu could be it. So Danilo, Samaro, and probably Antov as backup with maybe someone down there. Oh, no, there's the other right-back, Fragjov. Could be a winger on support. Option to buy? Yeah, okay. Jix, the Dutchman, is injured. He's a left back. How long is he out for? He's out for a while, so a couple of injuries there. Hickey is the other left back, so it looks like we're shy. We're shy backup left back at the moment. Then in midfield, obviously Medell is out. We've got Dominguez, Schouten. Polly is injured. The experienced Polly, he's out for quite a while. Svanberg. Soriano, he was the one, he's wanted by Napoli, 29. We've seen the wingers. What left side is Barra? Oh, Sansoni. He's the other lefty. Yeah, he could back up. Yeah, and then up front, with Palacio obviously. Santander is injured, so we're probably shy another striker. Let's have a look at the youth and see what the youth. Let's have a look at the youth. See what's down there. So these are the under 20s. Someone on loan, Carajano, winger. Is he? Yeah. 18, yep. I mean, nice. On loan, that is terrific. Now here, Musa Juara is here. Yeah, inverted winger, definitely. Which makes me think is our backup striker. Andri Fanabaldresen, the 18-year-old Icelandic player. Oh, hello. Okay, so you can probably go up because from memory, I think we're a bit light. Mola, another keeper, 18 years of age. Oh, hello. Rocky, a 17-year-old inside forward winger. Yeah, I mean, nice, good to go and get some game time. Sounds good. There's a right back and Arnofoli, yeah. Out on loan is Matza, 19-year-old midfielder. I mean, nice. And someone, a 20-year-old Cosalta. Alex Cosalta, sure. Oh, there's the Cosalta brothers. Oh, Simone Rabi, hang on. Let's compare Simone Rabi to Musa Joe. Where's Musa? Yeah, so speed. Okay. All right, let's have a look at the under 18s. Antonio, he's a striker. Antonio Raimondo, no. Yeah, not a whole lot of things there. So, I think we'll bring Juara up. There we go. And I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, we need a left back just for pre-season. Have we got anyone down here? A Campora? I mean, there's not... what about this Chippy? No, I think Acampora is the better one. Sure, he can go up for now. So it's a squad, and it's a pretty full squad. We've got a little bit of money. We're going to either have to fend off or not fend off offers, I would think. Orsolini is the obvious one. I'm not sure about the others. I'm not sure we'll get offers for those, but I suspect it's going to be hard to fend off bids for Orsolini, so we need to get prepared to sell him and bring in another inside forward, maybe. Yeah, got a couple in mind. Anyway, we won't deal with that too much here because we're going to deal with that in the chapters, but we might have to look for someone on the right. I think about Valencia's. Is that Yusuf Musa? Is that his name? He's quite good. Who else is there on the right? There's a few. And the other thing I'm worried about is centre backs. Striker, definitely. So striker, right wing. Young potential left back, I guess, might as well. There's no point bringing in a regular. Maybe a ball-winning midfielder because Medella's 33 now. A young right back. Maybe that'll become Tomiyasu. Binks is coming back, of course. So whatever, if we bring in a centre-back, it'll be another young centre-back. I don't think we need a young keeper by the look of it. That Mola looks kind of interesting. Let's have a look at the schedule before we go. A few friendlies arranged. They're not too... Benevento, why are we playing Benevento? They're not too bad. We do then start the season away at Benevento. and then home to Spezia. We won't be coming to that. I imagine the next time I see you will probably be after a few games. What's really interesting about these opening games is Benevento, Spezia, Cagliari, Atalanta, Udinese, Parma. So you look at those and you think they're all teams we should be, excluding Atalanta, you want to take points from those teams. Then I imagine we're going to hit a big wad of teams we'll struggle against. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit broken up. But we can beat those teams, I feel. I feel we have the quality there. What we do, obviously, from a player point of view, is completely dependent on whether Chelsea or someone come in for a big money bid on Orsolini. 25 mil, put that in there, bring maybe a striker, and then a young left back, a young right back, a young centre back, and a ball-winning midfielder. I think that's probably okay. Let's have a look, before we go, I was about to say, at the Serie A season preview. So we are still listed as 13th. Serie A is a 20-team league, so 13th is barely mid-table. We need to obviously be more like up here. If we look at these teams, Fiorentina, Sassuolo, Torino, Cagliari, Sampdoria, these are all clubs that we could take points from, and beneath us, the same. So if we can take points home and away from those clubs, and we'll find ourselves here. Breaking into Europe, Juve, Inter, Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Roma, Atalanta, possibly. That's going to be tough. I mean, Lazio and Roma are probably the only two who are a bit inconsistent, particularly Roma. It's going to take time. We're going to build and build. There's no rush. Mid-table. Let's push for Europe. And this is a story that we want to tell. But we've spoken to Joey. We don't need to worry about entertaining football. So I think the next video you'll probably see, I suspect, will probably be somewhere around here maybe. Now, let's find the stories here. We don't have any fierce rivals. We do have local rivals like Modena, Cesena, Parma, Spal, Ascoli, Fiorentina. So they're all kind of around there. Hellas Verona, really? Oh, I suppose. Ish. Maybe we come back for that sort of Parma game and see, that could be the next point. So all the information about the Football Manager fiction page is downstairs. It's at the WordPress page, and you'll find one chapter a week with one video a week. So the video will hopefully remind you to go read the chapter, but you will be able to subscribe to the chapters as well. You can completely ignore the videos if you want, but if you want to kind of look at the kind of reality of Football Manager versus, the fiction story and see how they mesh, great. Hopefully they enrich each other. So welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the ride. It's going to be interesting. I've got a bit of work to do now, and I hope to see you next week for chapter 2 of Rossoblu Rivoluzione. Ciao, ciao.